Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming tonight. I'm Todd Gross. We are live and we're going to be talking about something truly groundbreaking, and that is Todds Club, as I call it, which is basically kind of really sort of free. And you'll see exactly what I mean in just a moment when I do that little cutesy hedging. I want to tell you, we're going to be starting in just a couple of minutes. Just looking over very quickly what I have in front of me, because I want to show you really good examples. I want to get right into the club and show you what you are getting and why it's so important. The main feature, though, before I even take a break for a second just to look this over, I got to tell you, the main feature is the whole concept of your having access to me and my team on a regular basis for anything regarding video marketing and internet marketing and even traffic and list building and all that kind of stuff. And I'll explain much more about that in just a moment. But it's what you have been asking me for over a decade, and it's all here tonight. And I'm going to be so excited to show you all this. So let me just look this over for a moment or so, and then I'll be right back to you. And I'm going to take a poll as to where you are from, and I'm going to want to know how clear I am and that kind of thing. I'll be right there. Okay, great. I'm back. It's Todd Gross. So first of all, I wanted to know where you guys are from. I want to see how far across the globe we're spanning tonight. And I also would like to make sure that you can hear me clearly, because I have a microphone that sometimes is a little bit too low. So I wanted to hear about that. Oh, thank you for waiting up, Eli. Hi from Virginia. We have Sri Lanka, 5:30 a.m. Thank you very much. We have Ed, hello. Mark from Pensacola. Mark, of course, Mark. Um, good morning, Nalim says. Yeah, it is morning over there. Thank you, Gene. I don't deserve that. He says I'm an internet rock star. Always wanted to be a rock star. Thank you, Mark. Brought many products. Oklahoma City. We have Mumbai. Loud and clear. Thank you. I wanted to know that, Dick, from Palm Bay, Florida. And another Florida, we have a Boston, Massachusetts from Ed. Salt Lake City, I lived out there, Tom. We have Old Bridge, New Jersey, Montreal, Canada, Texas via Pittsburgh. Okay, Mark. California, I can't get to everyone, but I'm trying. From Israel, you sound great. Ely, we haven't seen you in quite some time. Missouri, Philly, Singapore, Olympia, Denver. Oh, I'm sorry about that snow. Actually, that must have been nice. Time is money. Respect goes always two ways. Why, thank you, Holger. And we have Loveland, Colorado. John from the Midwest. Audio is good, he says. Okay, great. Thank you so much for that. So let me just give you a little overview of what's going on here. Let me see if I could get my PowerPoint going too. So this is Todds Club is what we're calling it. I also call it Team Todd. And the reason I do that is kind of basic, and that is normally, you know, with these products that my team has been coming up with and the products that I sell as an affiliate and the other advice that I have been giving all along, very often when you are accessing that, you may say or feel kind of like you're a buyer, and then I'm like across some sort of invisible barrier, a seller, which, I mean, yeah, but we're all buyers and sellers. I mean, that's what we all are. So when I was just starting out, I noticed that I got really far and had a really good time when I completely switched around my mindset. And I just thought of myself as one of the, you know, one of the people that were offering products, coming up with membership sites. And I immediately jumped in and offered my video services to them. And I put my mindset as, I guess you could call it a colleague, rather than just a purchaser of products to find out more. And as soon as I made that mindset switch, everything changed for me. And from there on in, as the years went by, the people that were associated with me closely, I noticed one after another were becoming successful in whatever they were doing because they kind of attached themselves to me and my team, you know, asking questions, and we would help them, and we would treat them more as, you know, colleagues. And that's where I'm coming from with Todds Club, is that I want to treat you on the level with stuff, the people that are in the club. And I want you to be able to come to me and my team when you have a problem, in addition to giving you free stuff, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, in addition to telling you in advance about products that are coming out. I want you to be able to come to me and my team and actually tell us if you have a problem. We're already doing that. And the reason that that's so possible is because I have a very large web that I've thrown out there in terms of knowing other vendors and knowing a lot of what's going on in the niche, the video marketing and internet marketing niches. So basically what I'm saying is, why don't you become an insider rather than feeling like you're on the outside? And some of you have already done that. Some of the names here that I've seen tonight, I mean, we've been dealing with you for quite some time. And again, this is what you've been asking for a long, long time. And I'm very, very happy to provide that. Now, one of the things that I actually am going to show you that I'm providing in the newsletter, the October 1st newsletter, which we already have published, it's like 95% done. So we just went ahead and published it. One of the things that's in there is a little bit of psychology training on WIIFM. Now, who knows what WIIFM stands for? Just put it in there if you know, because it's an old marketing term that's extremely important. Yes, Kevin got it. It's what's in it for me, WIIFM. Everything revolves around that in marketing totally. And from my standpoint, what's in it for me to have you guys kind of come into our umbrella, so to speak, come under the umbrella of Todd and team, is added loyalty. So we're hoping that you'll see that we're such good guys and gals that we really do want to help you, but we also are hoping that in return, you'll be loyal to us while we're being loyal to you. And that's basically how the world works, and that's how internet marketing works. A lot of you got that, what's in it for me. It just was delayed. Sorry about that. You know what's funny? One of you answered TV station, because it does sound like a TV station, WIIFM. When you go to a conference, and right now because of COVID, it's very hard to do this. When you go to like a seminar, and there's speakers and there's like-minded buyers and marketers, and you immediately elevate yourself when you go to one of those conventions, because you immediately have all kinds of people that you could talk to and you could, you know, brainstorm with. And if you have an idea for a product perhaps, or a question about how you could get to a local business, how you could best get through to them, all that kind of stuff can be answered on the spot when you have a you know, one of those meetings, one of those conventions. And if you attend, then you're going to be lucky enough to be all of a sudden in the know, because it's not really difficult, but who you know is very important. So that's, again, just reiterating the point. Now, I just want to know, does everybody know my backstory? You know, because we know that I'm into video marketing. We know that I'm, you know, one of the top voiceover guys. I'm the top voiceover guy in internet marketing. How about my TV story? Does everybody know about my television backstory? If you don't, just let me know and I'll tell you just a little bit. There's just a little bit of a delay, so if you hear me pause for a moment, I'm just waiting for your responses, which can be put right in the question answer box. If you're not familiar with GoToWebinar, there's a question answer box where we can actually talk back and forth a bit, and my team is standing by to answer some of your questions today too. Right. Weatherman, perfect storm. Kevin doesn't know. Charles doesn't know. All right, I'll be brief then, because most of you know. So I was a television weather guy for many years, and mostly in Boston, but then I moved around after that a little bit. And at the same time I was moving around after my Boston gig, I started to do video and internet marketing right off the bat. I mean, I jumped into it. I immediately tried to get weather onto the internet, and I discovered that there was a whole world out there beyond just putting weather on the internet. And there was not much video out there. So that's how I got into the video marketing realm. Is when I first left the television station in Boston, I did want to bring the weather onto the internet, and I ended up bringing video in a big way onto the internet. I was one of the first guys to do the video marketing, such as we had video squeeze pages, which we called squeeze videos when I worked with Derek Van Dyke. And that's how I got into it. Now, from there, I've always been the guy that looks for the cutting edge products in the video realm, audio as well, images as well, like, drawing, that kind of thing, graphics programs is what I'm reaching for here. And anytime something really hot was coming out, I would let you know ahead of time. And sometimes I'd let you know several days in advance, or in this case with this club, weeks in advance. So it's all about who you know. Yeah, in this case, you know me, and I'm going to be your ticket to much more knowledge. And that's why we're here today. So as a club member, when you join this club, you're actually going to get more than just this access to me and my team. You're going to be getting some training on a monthly basis. When I say gifts, I'm talking about free monthly gifts that are really good. Today's, as a matter of fact, that I'm going to show you, is a stock media finder that's easy to use and really, really works well. I'm going to actually do a demonstration of that. That's going to be a free gift for you today. No strings attached. There's mentorship that we're going to be trying to do, and I'll show you there's different tiers of the membership level. And the basic membership is virtually for free, and you'll see why I'm saying virtually in just a moment, because I'm going to weed you guys down to those that are really serious, but it is virtually for free, and that'll make sense in just a moment. You'll also have an opportunity to do something really, really cool, and that's join our beta tester pool, and I'll go over that in detail in a minute as well. And there's another tier or another level where you're going to be able to choose a package that includes custom voiceover work from me on a monthly basis at an extremely low cost. In fact, the first 3 minutes are included completely for free if you're part of that membership, part of that tier, and then any additional minutes will be extremely low cost, and I'm going to show you that as well. So those are the things that we're going to cover tonight. There's one extra tier that we're going to cover, and it's a mastermind tier, and that's where you meet with me personally online on video, and we come up. First of all, you'll ask me all kinds of questions, and me and the other folks on the mastermind session, because I'll have some special guests, will help answer your questions, and we'll, kind of brainstorm together. But in addition to that, we're going to come up with a product. I thought of the product today while I was sitting in the hot tub. So I was getting kind of nervous about this. I've been excited. We've been working on this project to get you guys in to a club for years, literally 4 or 5 years. So I kept, kind of freaking out. Oh, what if this doesn't go great? And, what if they're not as excited as I am, which I'm sure you are. And then I went in the hot tub to kind of chill out. And while I was there, I thought of the answer as to what we're going to put together on this mastermind session. Together, a product that's really good. And I'll tell you more about that as well. First of all, the bottom line here is we are really into helping people, and that includes you. We like to help our partners, those that come out with products. We like to help the people that purchase the products through us, even if it's not our own products. We like to help you connect when you have a problem. And Luann, who is in charge of the customer liaison, she has been doing this for years, but we didn't formalize it. And we wanted to really kind of bring it in a little bit and limit it to the people that are part of this club that really show the loyalty towards us. And of course, we're showing the loyalty back towards you. Now, I asked you a question a second ago, kind of. I said, I wonder if you guys are as excited about this connection that you're making with me and my team as I am about making the connection with you. If you could just tell me in the chat box, in the question answer box, if you're as excited as I am. Yes, no, maybe. Just let me know so that I could just kind of get your feedback and feed off of that. While I'm waiting for that, Tom, you asked a very funny question. He said, is this the real Todd or the synth Todd? Because he knows that my voice has been changed into a text-to-speech. That is pretty darn funny. Yes, says Kevin. Yes, Scott. Ian lost the audio. A couple of people lost the audio. There you go. Beyond excited, says Lawrence. Yes, excited about the product option for revenue. Oh, yes, Scott. Todd is making this very exciting. It's hard to become an affiliate of anything, says Frank. We'll talk about that. Yes, yes, I appreciate it. Yes, yes. All right, we did get one maybe. One maybe. Everyone else is yes, but one maybe. Why not, Ron says. Ron, old friend, says networking is always a plus. It's good to see you, Ron. Ron is somebody that I've been dealing with for like 12 years. I mean, it's just, I love that. I love those connections. That's, about what I'm getting at here. Now, I want to go through the membership levels, and I'm going to tell you where this is going to be hosted. The membership site is going to be within Patreon. How many people don't know or have never heard of Patreon? I really need to know that. If you have heard of Patreon, put a Y or a yes, and if you haven't, put a no. Okay, it's really important that I know how many people, and I won't even tell you why it's really, really important. I'm just going to ask that question. Okay, you guys are starting to answer now. Timothy, not only is it not expensive, this is really virtually free, as you'll see in a moment. So, yeah, it's not expensive. Okay, most of you, almost all of you, don't know Patreon, 80% from the answers. And thank you so much for answering, by the way. Patreon is a very interesting membership site that's meant for not only marketers, but mainly designers, artists, and those that write books and things of that nature. And it works out very well for the purpose of what I want to do with you, because it allows me to put actual content in many ways into the membership that's very easily accessible. Now, it's impossible to be completely for free on Patreon, completely for free, because there always has to be some small charge. And more than that, I don't want all of you signing up today, okay, just because it's free. I want to know who is serious. So we're going to actually charge only $3 per month, which is virtually for free. Not because we're trying to make money off of this, we're losing a heck of a lot, but because we want to make sure we're limiting this to those of you that are serious, all right? Now, let me tell you what you get as a club member, and I'll show you some of these things. You're going to be getting an insider newsletter, a monthly insider newsletter, which has all kinds of things in it. It includes the monthly gift. It includes tips and tricks. It includes sneak previews, important previews of upcoming products, and how those products may be interacting with each other. Like, are two of the ones that are coming out the same? Are they really helpful? Might they include commercial rights? more importantly, as I mentioned before, that close mentorship or connection is a better word, I think, to my team and myself. Now, if Luann or someone else is answering your question, I'm going over everything you're asking. But if you needed me to answer directly, I could do that as well. So we do have a real way to help you that you will be able to utilize through this Patreon site, which I'll show you in just a moment. We'll go on the inside. Now, that's what club members receive. And as I said, it's virtually for free. And we'll take a look at all these things in just a second. But there is another level of this membership. There's actually 3 other levels, as I mentioned before, and I want to really get into it because the next level is the beta tester level. And what that's going to do is, again, it's not really any major kind of money here. It's also virtually for free, but we want to get a pool of beta testers ready for when we have products that come out, and a pool of product reviewers ready for when our partners' products come out. Now, the nice part about that is you will actually get access if you apply yourself, if you're chosen, and you apply yourself as a beta tester, you will get access to these products that I put out about 6 times per year. 6 or 7 times per year, we put out something really good. For instance, in December, we have a product that is coming out, which is going to be using the real synthesized voices, the voice that you guys referred to before, like my own voice turned into text-to-speech, but it's going to be matched with videos automatically. And that product that's coming out is going to need beta testing, and our beta testers will get that product absolutely for free. If you really do the beta testing, you get removed if you don't help us figure out what there may be in terms of leftover problems with the actual piece of software. So what happens when you join, you immediately become eligible to be chosen for that beta testing, which is exciting. And we also have a product review sort of portion to that, where you can actually not do the really hard testing, but instead take a look at some of the products that are coming out from my partners, my JV partners, as we call them, the colleagues of mine that are putting out similar products to what I would put out. And by you having an advanced look at them with me, and perhaps even giving me an idea of what you think of it when I get you a free copy of that product, well, that's the other half. And that's a little easier to do, but there's not as many people that can get involved with each one of those products, but there's more of those kinds of products. And I'm sure you'll have questions about that in just a moment. Before I move to the voiceover tier, I just want to see if you guys have any questions about the membership and what you're thinking about this before I go over to the voiceover tier. So then I'll continue on from here in just a moment, and I'll be happy to explain all of this and everything that you'll be getting. But why don't you just put a few questions in the question answer box. All right, Terry, and that's a very, very hard-hitting question. He wants to know, how can I chill out in a hot tub? I'll have to dwell on that. Yes, Scott is asking about that video product that we're releasing. It's now in December, Scott. Before that comes out, we may have another product, like one of the Moby First products or something like that may come out first. We'll see. Mark says there goes his Starbucks Latte Grande, and I don't think so. I think this is way under that. Those Starbucks drinks are pretty expensive. Fred would like me to recap because you came in a little late. The recap is we're going to be in this together with you, where you are able to reach me and get free stuff every single month virtually for free, just so that we can have a back forth exchange where we could kind of be loyal to each other. That's it in a nutshell. Tom, Tom is a little bit stunned by how this doesn't really cost anything. Discounts on products. Richard, we were originally going to do that, and we can offer discounts to you guys as club members on the products that we put out. I can't do it, unfortunately, on the products that my colleagues, the other vendors, put out because of the way they do product launches. But we would be able to do, that's a very good question, discounts on our own products. So if you're not a beta tester, we may have a small discount for you anyway, even if you're not in the beta tester category. Thank you, Tom. He's talking about the levels. Yeah, the tiers, and I haven't gotten through all the tiers yet. The conditions to participate in the beta tester level is what Minmo is asking. And basically, we want to know, first of all, that you're really, going to be putting in the effort. So immediately, let's say you join the beta tester level, and you'll see more about that in a minute in terms of pricing, which is very low and all that. But as soon as you're in there, then you're qualified to, we'll come back and forth with you. We'll actually talk with you to see on a particular product if you think that you want to put in the effort. If that's not a month, that's good for you because you're busy and you want to just do product reviewing, or you want to just sit out a month, that's fine. But you'll still be in that pool, and that's what that level is all about. Yeah, count me in, says Kevin. Sounds good, sounds good. I got the traffic to be a tester, says Karen. Well, that's good. Everybody use that. Awesome intro membership offer. Yeah, you're getting basically the whole kit and caboodle in the intro. What percent of beta testers will be chosen? We don't know because we don't know how many there'll be, but my guess is that it would be each time around half. We're talking about 20 to 30 at most per product of ours in terms of who will get chosen. Do we get to be an affiliate of the product too? Now, that's a really good question. Yes, you would get more affiliate access than you would normally. When you go to somebody and indicate that you are new, they don't approve you as an affiliate, but as a Todds Club member, that's a great question. You would get affiliate status as long as you don't send junk traffic, okay? As soon as anyone sends junk traffic, it ruins our EPCs, it ruins the stats, and it scares away other people that may help us promote a product. So if it's our product, we will give you affiliate status. We will be, talking back and forth, as I mentioned, which is really important. That's a really good question. And then we also can go to bat for you to try to get you to be an affiliate for other people's products as well. Plus, one of the things I will tell you is if you do want to promote these kind of products, if this is your niche, then I will also give you some tips on how to get in as an affiliate, even if I don't know the other vendor, which isn't likely. I know a lot, but there may be some that are out there that I don't know and wouldn't even care if I told them that, hey, you got to get this person in there. But I will give you tips on how you can get that. Yeah, I'll tell you the cost for the beta tester in just a second, Alan. It's really not much at all. All right, a lot of people are asking that. Yeah, so I will tell you that. I'll keep going, and I'll get right into the site and I'll show you. All right. Is this for a newbie? Yeah, Andrew. This is definitely for newbies and more experienced. As you see, the tiers will build up in just a second. Investment level for tiers. All right, I better move on because you guys are asking for the price of this, and I want to kind of shock you when I show you all together how it's not expensive. All right, tier 3 is the monthly custom voiceovers. Now, the beta tester level includes everything in the first level too. Okay, so everything in terms of the membership is going to be included in the beta tester level, and everything in this monthly custom voiceover level is included as well. So you get to be a beta tester participant if you want, if you get monthly custom voiceovers from me. And you also get everything that's packed in there in that original membership. So that's really exciting, the way that stacks. All right, and even this one is not going to be very expensive when I get into the site and show you that in a moment too. I mean, yeah, it's just not. So every month I'm going to do a 3-minute audio for you, custom made to whatever you want. All right. Now, yeah, I'm the #1 voiceover guy in this niche in internet marketing, period. Now, that doesn't mean I'm the #1 voiceover guy in the world. There's plenty of people that do voiceovers, but in this niche, people come to me all the time, and I don't advertise at all. They come to me for their launches. You hear my voice now on many, many of the products that are out there because it sells. What I do is I have a sort of friendly sound that's captivating, kind of like I'm doing right now when I'm, exaggerating my voice to you right this moment. And that really works. It works better than others because partially I know these products, I know this niche, so it comes out in addition to my friendly sound. These custom-made voiceovers that you will get from me can be virtually anything as long as it's moral, not illegal, not MLM. But like I just did a video as an example for a mask company. But here we're talking about audios, and then you could match it to videos. Or we do have a service. I know the right people if you wanted to turn it into a video, my audio plus video work. It costs that costs a different amount because I'd actually introduce you to somebody who is low cost. He would charge you not very much and do a really great job, but it's still, his charge. We even will include minor script editing. So we're not going to write your whole script, the 3-minute script, but what we'll do every month, and you don't have to hit it every month if you don't have something for us, but every month I will do 3 minutes for you. But if you go over that, the price I've decided is going to be really low for additional minutes. Now, normally I charge 75 cents. Wait a minute. It's $75 per minute or 50 cents per word. But I'm only going to charge what works out to $22.50 or 15 cents a minute if you go over. So in other words, if you get a big project from, let's say, a local business, and they need something really extensive for their website, or something else comes along, even something like an ebook, and you need somebody to voice that over, I'm going to charge you way under what the real pros charge. They charge a lot, like some charge $150 per minute. We're talking really, really low, 15 cents per word. That works out to $22.50 a minute. You will get that if you go over, so you don't have to worry about that. You also get the club member status, and you also get the beta tester status. And some of you know that I did do this before, then had some problems with PayPal. It was about 7-8 years ago, maybe a little more, and it worked out really well at the time. And it was a lot of fun because you guys would just every month submit scripts, and I would provide the voiceovers for it happily, and it didn't cost virtually anything, so it's a way to just always have a great voice on standby for whatever project you're working on. Now, the next tier is pricey. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. Those other 3 tiers, next to nothing. The mastermind community is a big deal and only for a very few of you. And we'll go over the pricing on that too. This involves me working with you as personally on a video call for 2 hours a month at least. That's the minimum, all right? And we're actually going to do all kinds of things. You're going to tap into my knowledge of marketing psychology and copywriting. I'm very good at doing emails, as you may know. You're able to ask questions. I'll be sharing stories. We'll be brainstorming new ideas. We'll be talking about products. And you'll also meet others like yourself that are on an upper tier, and I'll be able to combine your strengths together so that you guys will be able to actually work together. And I have more to say about that in a moment because we are going to be, this is the hot tub thing. I thought of a mystery product that it's funny because you told me during this webinar in an indirect way that the product will be successful. I already know what the product is, and I already know it's going to be successful. And I only know that because you helped me with something earlier. And it's a product that we're going to put together. It's something that you could get leads from, or it's something that you can actually sell, but I'll sell it with you. In other words, I will promote it to my list, and yet we will share in the profits. All right, this is something I'm going to be doing, not really for money. I'm really just going to be doing it because I want to, team up with you guys and show you how from soup to nuts you come up with a product and how you sell it. So that's what the mastermind community is about. And it includes the voiceover tier. It includes the beta tester tier. It includes the general club member status. And even though we were tempted to put even in more tiers, we didn't want it to get too confusing. So those are the tiers. Now, what I want to do is actually bring you in on the inside. And when I do that, then you'll see much more what I'm talking about. And I know that you've been asking me the prices and such, and I won't delay much longer. So I'll get over there in just a second. But while I have you, is there anything, hot tub level, right, Tom? Is there anything that's standing out other than the price that you want to ask me right this second? I don't even know how that's making that noise. Did you hear that? Bling, bling. Sounded fun. Oh, Lawrence, I could answer a lot, but I can't answer how to, get the COVID-19 vaccine going. No, that's just out of my... You guys are really funny, and all you guys are just hysterical. This says Paul Pona couldn't pull that one off. Will you get access to my past products? Some of our past products, we'll take suggestions. Remember, this is interactive, so we'll take suggestions. That's something that we may be able to do for you. Yes, really great suggestion. Thank you. All right. Okay, I'm going to take you into the site, and we'll take a look at Patreon. So, before I send you over there, well, what do you know? My newsletter's already in there. So I'm looking at this as if I'm an actual patron. But if I somehow get into it by just going here, patreon.com, well, you know what? That's silly. Go to toddsclub.com. See that right there, Todds Club? I didn't show that slide yet. But why don't I do that? While I'm on that slide, I might as well show that slide. Hold on. I can't resist. It's such a nice slide. There we go. You'll be choosing your tier to get started at toddsclub.com. Really easy to remember in just a moment. But I wanted to show you the inside first, okay, because it's just too good. Thank you for bearing with me. So toddsclub.com goes to patreon.com/Todd Gross. And that's where you would sign up. I'm logged in as if I was you with, I believe, Tier 1 access only at this time. And at the very top, first of all, it says Start Here. And there's a little bit of an introduction. Underneath is that all-important newsletter, which is a downloadable PDF. This is actually the cover of the newsletter. Then there's other content in there already for you. I didn't even talk about the freebie yet, but there's other content in there already for you. It's how to improve your voice, a half hour of training. There's even handbrake tricks. Did you know that you could take your videos, put them in handbrake, they pop out a quarter, a fifth of the size, and they look almost as good. In fact, 99% as good, which saves you so many headaches. I teach you how to use Handbrake. In the beta tester level, we already have the instructions in there now for beta testers as to what we'll be doing. There's voiceover instructions. We tell you how to get your script over to us, what's involved, and how I'm going to do it. And I have a survey in there, and the survey is ready for you to take. It's what are you most excited about in being a Todds Club member? Is it the monthly insider newsletter, the direct communication with me and my team, the monthly free apps and training, hearing Todd's personal anecdotes about it? This could get boring, that one. The product reviews, the look ahead, and I'll see if I can tap into the newsletter. I'll try to download it and show you the look ahead that we've taken, and the general tips and tricks. You know, I'd like to know basically what your opinion is of what's most important to what I'm presenting to you today. Now, I'd have to log out to show you the prices again and all that. And I'll do that in just a second because you're asking. But I do want to tell you that I am going to show you, I promise, the free monthly gift for this month. And that is the stock finder. Okay, so I'm going to show you this in just a second. This is actually inside the newsletter, the link to this, and it's a really good free monthly gift. All right, so let me call up another browser and get in there as a non-user, and we can take a look at how it works, how to sign up. So I'm just going to toddsclub.com in another browser and another window right now. I'm going to bring it over. And you can see that the membership levels cost next to nothing except for that mastermind level. The club member, and you saw everything you get as a club member, is basically what I call virtually free because it's not really meant to make money in any sort of way. It's just to limit those of you to who are really serious about this interaction back and forth with me, okay? So that's the club member. The beta tester level, if you want to be in that beta tester pool and be able to get that free, hot, cutting-edge software that I release and that, you know, I team with really good developers. You know, some of the products that I've put out have been great, like VideoPal, Animation Studio, Video Snatcher, so many things that are really good, and you'd actually get that for free when chosen to be a beta tester. And there's also that product review aspect to it as well, so there's even more products that are there that you can help me with the review ahead of time. And that's only $10 a month. So, and you get everything in the club member with that. And if you want my voiceovers on a monthly basis, and you want to, you know, attach yourself to me, so that you can get me every single month to do your voice work without questions, and you get priority, so you'd get it first, usually within 24 or 36 hours, well, then you'd want that voiceover pro level. So this is what you're going to see when you go to toddsclub.com. All right, you're going to see these three. And then underneath it, there's another level. You see all four levels, and that mastermind community, most of you will say, of course, this is a steal. We're working together to put a product together, and you're going to be getting, you know, either profits or sign-ups to your autoresponder or something from that, and you're going to see the whole process. I mean, this is like the cheapest school you've ever gone to, $197 per month for the mastermind community. Just a few of you will be interested in that. We know there's a vast gulf between this price and the price for all this other stuff, but that's because we'll be working together, you know, for real in a video format back and forth over video, just as if we were meeting in person. All right. And that's a great deal, the mastermind community, even though it's so, you know, different in terms of pricing than the other three. This is just for a select few of you that are very serious about really wanting to work with me and see how it's done side by side with me from soup to nuts. All right, I promised you a couple of things. We're going to try to take a look at the newsletter, but the first thing I want to tell you is inside the newsletter. And again, you get this for that three. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you the best part. This doesn't cost anything, no matter what level you choose of these three levels today. It doesn't cost anything for 9 days because Patreon charges one time per month, and it's always on the first of the month. If you get in the middle of the month, you're not charged. So you actually can try this out. And that's not going to cost a thing. You just have to join a level. You put in your credit card, which would be charged on the first of every month. So that's another one. It's free. So this is it. It's called Stock Finder. Now, I want to show you something funny. You could put cat in there or any, easy thing like that. And then, here, let me expand it. And then you do search. And it shows either images or it shows vector images. Let me show you what vector images look like. You could use these with whiteboard. All right. Or you could even call up videos. Now you're saying, okay, first of all, can you use all this stuff? And the answer is yes. What we've done is we've combined the sites, royalty-free sites that allow you to go and grab those videos. And some of these are pretty darn good. But the funniest thing is I tried something difficult. I figured, all right, guinea pig, right? Guinea pig would be difficult. There wouldn't be that many. Well, I was right in terms of videos, but there was some. And in terms of images, there was actually quite a bit. There was one really cute video. You're seeing it right there of a guinea pig munching on lettuce. Cute as heck. Really, really cute. But watch when I do images. Getting a lot of guinea pig images that you could use. And there's even guinea pig vectors. So that's not bad for something that's so, niche oriented. Obviously, other things that you might need images and videos of, I just put in computers now. I didn't try this earlier. All kinds of images of computers came up, and you could load more results, and more will come up. And that was just vectors. Now let's take a look at images of computers. And we're getting really, plenty of images of computers. And now let's see if there's videos of computers. This is a good one right there. I would use that in a video. So if you're making a video and you need this kind of stock footage, it's really easy to call this stuff up. By the way, just for attending the webinar today, I don't know if you knew, but we're giving you background videos just for being here. They look kind of like this one that you're seeing right here. It's just funny because we really worked on developing the backgrounds, and now I'm noticing inside the stock image finder and the stock video finder, there's backgrounds that are pretty darn similar to what we're giving you for free that we worked hard on getting you. And let me just press play. Yeah, that looks quite good. This looks good too. Isn't that something? All right, so that's what the stock finder is. In the spirit of going back and forth with you, like we're going to do, how many people are excited today about this crazy low pricing on these three tiers? Can you just tell me what you're thinking? And remember, there's about a 15-second delay. So if you hear me pause, it's just because I need a little bit of a delay to catch up. Here we go. I'm so delighted, Todd. You're great and generous. Thank you. Doodle, not whiteboard. Yeah, that's what I meant, doodle. And you just bought, thank you. Lost the audio. Very exciting. Tell me more about the voiceover. How many voiceover? You get 3 minutes worth of voiceover, so you could get 3 1-minute voiceovers, or you get 2-minute and a 1-minute, or you get 3 minutes every month. No additional charge. Plus you get all that stuff. Extremely excited, says Lawrence. Thank you. Sounds good. Super pricing on levels. Can we accumulate voiceovers? We do not use monthly. We decided no on that, but the price is so low on the additional minutes that I don't think you'll run into a problem. And also we will be lenient, especially if it's near the beginning of the following month. Since we're talking back and forth, it's not going to be something that we're going to hold really strong on. You could use at least 1 month back if you don't wait till the very end of that next month. Ready to rock. Great. Seems great. You think we're crazy for the first 3 prices. We're not really trying to charge you for these levels. We're trying to kind of maybe come close to breaking even, but not even on these levels here, the beta tester and the voiceover pro, and we're actively losing money on the club member. The reason we're doing all this is because we want you guys in our club. We want you in. We want to be close to you. It's better than a Facebook group, what we have going on here. Because it's a direct connection. It's not an indirect connection where you're dealing with other people. You're dealing directly with our team. And our team is very good. They have, are notorious for really getting in there. If I showed you some of the Skype conversations between us and some of those product vendors, the other product vendors, you wouldn't believe what we do to them. They say thank you, but I think they hate us at the same time. We go to bat for you when you have a problem, even when it is somebody else. And I am going to show you more about that in the newsletter. Now, remember, to get this, you just go to toddsclub.com. I want to, yes. How many people are ready to get into our membership? All right. How many people? Let's start this way. How many people have already jumped in without me even showing you the newsletter? How many people have already jumped in? I'm waiting on the 15-second delay. Yes, there's a lot. Great. And how many people, well, I won't ask you that one yet. I'll actually show you the newsletter, and then we could talk some more. All right? I'm going to show you the newsletter. Now, in order for me to do that, let me call it up in another browser so that it won't be like, I haven't actually seen the completed newsletter yet. So while we're doing that, why don't you ask some more questions in the question answer box? My team will answer, and I will give you a progress report of how I'm doing. But let me just put on my PowerPoint again so that you know exactly where to go. And Patreon is a great membership site for doing something like this. It's actually patreon.com/Todd Gross, but also toddsclub.com will do it. Where did my little tab go to present? Here it is. Let me just put that up on the screen while I go grab the newsletter for you. I can't wait to show this to you. I'll be right with you. There's a lot of products that are about to come out that are important, and I'm going to discuss that with you. It's in the newsletter, and I want to discuss that with you. That's why I want to get the newsletter up there. One of the reasons why I want to get the newsletter up there. It wants me to verify. Patreon is being very good and asking me to verify, which is going to delay me. So rather than that, Luann in Skype, can you send me the newsletter, the link to the newsletter, so that I can show the newsletter, since it's kind of sending me in a circle right now? Okay. While we do that, I'm going to answer some of your questions. You've been asking questions this whole time while I was trying to do that. Julia said the $10 level, starting to look now, getting in now. What? And you alone on the webinar? Don't be silly. Yes, you can upgrade after you start. You can. That was the question. What are you using for monthly billing? That's a good question. Patreon has its own billing service, and I believe they take credit cards. Lawrence about to join. Gene says, your hair is on fire. This club is so hot. Now that's pretty funny. Can I start at one level and upgrade later? Yes. I'm bumbling around right now, so I didn't bump into where you could do that, but you can. All right. They sent me the link. Thank you. Copy link. Are we actually paying per month, or is there some minimum number of months? No, there's no minimum number of months. You can just cancel. You can just cancel if you want. If we are a beta tester level and don't get picked, what happens? Okay, now this has come up in conversation a lot. You're likely going to get picked if you indicate to us that you want to beta test the product and you're going to do a good job and stick with it. All right. So right off the bat, you're probably going to get picked at this point of the life cycle of this club. Down the road, if it gets crowded, we'll have to, figure out something if there's just too many people that are qualified to test the products. But you see, the thing is, we know something. What we know is that there aren't that many people that really want to do it and stick to it. And you're the kind of people that would. So it's not likely that we're going to run into a problem, because the people that are interested in it are going to choose that today, that are really interested in it. And since you have that strong interest, you're most likely that you'd get picked and you would be able to get those products for free. I know it sounds a little confusing. We also have the reviewer possibilities too for you, to review the products that I'm not launching, but my colleagues are launching, and I need you to look at to help me determine if they're any good or not, and I could get you a free copy of their product as well. So there's two possibilities of how you'll get a product, and we'll make sure that one way or another, if you want it, if you want to put in the effort, that you'll get it. So we're not going to leave anybody behind. But that's basically how that works. And we also offer enough products as we go along that it won't be an issue, for a very long time. If for some reason you got passed up because you were busy or something like that in one cycle, then the next product's coming up pretty closely right behind it. Yeah, the website would be just toddsclub.com. Yes, Ed. All right, let me put this link in that my staff gave me. My team, they're not really a staff, they're friends. And I want you guys to be our friends as well. We're all so friendly. I gave them a little speech today, the rest of the team, and I said, you're all so nice. That's why we do so well together. Let's be nice to everybody. All right, I've got it. It's up, and I'm going to move it to a new window and bring it right in there. All right, this is part of it. It's the newsletter. So the newsletter is not very long, but it's very good, okay? And every month I'm going to do this. We're going to absolutely create very pertinent content, good content, and give you something that's really good for free. Just a few of the things that we're going to give you for free include a floating video player, as an example. That's one that we're going to give you for free. And Dinesh, you can write in the chat, the club planning chat. You could list some of the other ones, since my notes are a little bit disheveled as to some of the other things they'll be getting for free in the months ahead, because we mapped it out 6 months in advance already. All right, so this is the newsletter here. When we open it up, it opens up nicely. I know it's a little fuzzy. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Yes, I can make it bigger. Nice. So there's a welcome, and then I have the announcement of the freebie, all right? I hope I'm not giving it away here. Am I giving it away? Yeah, I am. I want you to join to get the freebie. All right. And then after I give you the freebie, I talk about what's going on with internet marketing during October. And there's a whole write-up that I have about text-to-speech products, because there's a big text-to-speech product coming out again in October. And then I talk about how it compares with synthesis so that you don't double purchase if you don't have to. And I talk about more audio products when I go over everything that's coming up, or a lot of the things that are coming up in the next month. So on this page here, it says what's coming soon, late September and October. All right. And then I go over some products like GrabVid is out right now. You could actually get it right now. It was released today. Then something called Infinite Tunes is coming out later in the week, and it's a fascinating cutting-edge product. Infinite Tunes is going to allow you to actually make music files, music backgrounds. I mean, because of the AI and the way it works, you can combine tracks, you can, develop tracks to your liking, and it does it with AI, so of course it's completely royalty-free. So it's the first music video, or should I say music background software that allows you to create it rather than to use what somebody else may use. You will be completely unique in the sound that you have for your videos, the music that you apply to your videos. Now, just think about this for a second. I'm telling you about that in advance. Not only did I tell you about that in advance, but then I extend this way into October, all right? Like this one. This is the only, every single vendor that I have listed except one, I say we can provide an extra level of support for this product. That means that we know the vendors. We know so many people that we can go to them if you have a problem, in case you have a problem with their support. Now that sounds kind of funky. Now, Todd, why would you do that? Because we're already doing it, but we want to make this more formal. We're knocking ourselves out for you guys as it is. We figured, well, at least the least you could do for us is show that you're serious about us by joining this virtually free membership, just so that we get this loyalty rocking back and forth, So Profile Mate is the only one on here that the vendor, who's I know him, he's a friend of mine, but he's not the most easy person to reach. So I can't guarantee on that one that we'll have that extra level of support. But every single product out that's listed on this page that's coming out, we know the vendors so well that we could give you that extra level of support. See, we say we should be able to offer an extra layer of support with this product. And this one in particular is text video. Text video is very interesting. That one is going to actually combine text to SMS conversation within videos. Now, what does that mean? That means that the videos will be fun because you'll be seeing texts back and forth as part of the video. And that came out previously. Now it's been improved. Then the one that I refer to a lot in this month's newsletter is SpeechDio. SpeechDio is a fantastic text-to-speech app, but it does not use the synthesis kind of real human voices. But it's all the other things such as Amazon Poly and Google WaveNet and a whole bunch of other ones thrown in as well that are excellent, that are becoming much closer in quality to the real human ones, which makes it very difficult to choose. And I talk about that in the write-up that precedes this. I'm looking at if there's any other ones that I want to talk about. On October 15th, SyndBuddy comes out, SyndBuddy 2. That's a very, very good product. That's a close friend of ours. He's releasing the latest version of his successful software that gathers real social shares for you. You know, it's easy to get social shares and, you know, people giving you likes and stuff like that when it's not serious people. But when they're real social shares, then of course it helps boost you quite a bit. So that's the kind of thing that you're seeing here is we're going over the products that are coming out that should interest you in the video marketing niche, the local marketing niche, you know, for local businesses, audio products, design products, graphics products, general internet marketing, traffic products as well to some extent too. Then I do a review, but I'm going to have you guys help me with the review, those that are in tier 2, okay? So I didn't post the review yet. And then tips and tricks. This month's tips and tricks deals with not only WIIFM, which you all know now is what's in it for me, but I also go over an audio trick. And boy, does that remind me of something cool. I already have packed in the membership site all kinds of stuff regarding that. I have the audio training. I have the handbrake training. I got to show you that again. Before I answer any more of your questions, I've just got to show you that again. I'm so excited about the way this site works. Yeah, let me move this over. And again, to get any of this, it's just going over to toddsclub.com. And you're signing up. It's free for 9 days and then $3 a month virtually free. All right, let me answer some questions first. Hold on. If I seem at all discombobulated, it's because I'm so excited about this. Okay. Your questions. I have so many windows open. How that works. You open all the windows, then you can't find what you're looking at. Unbelievable. Well, while I'm looking for your question answer box, I want to show you again what it looks like when you first go in. There is a video right here that I want you to watch. It is of me talking about what it means to be a member. If you click up here, become a patron, then you'll be prompted to join one of the membership levels. But definitely watch the video and read the intro. Then you'll see there's recent posts. Now to unlock the post, you need to be a patron. The newsletter that I showed you, again, join now, and you can unlock that. How to improve your voice? Yeah. become a patron. I showed you the handbrake tricks before. You guys know what handbrake is? I think I have it up here. I could show you. I do have it. It's not letting me change windows, though. That's funny. All right, hold on. So today I had a problem. This is handbrake. And you really need, I'll show you a little bit about handbrake now. And again, there's a whole training module in here already for you. With handbrake, you choose something, like in this case, I'm choosing background 10. All right. And then you say open it. And now that particular background gave me all kinds of headaches today because it was so big. As a file, it was a big video file. So I wanted to shrink it down. If you take this right here, this little lever right here, and you put it at about 24. See how it says RF 23.75? If you put it to 24 like that, then you click Web Optimized, and then you have the right output file. You put the file you want it to output. In this case, we don't want it to have the same name, so we could just like add handbrake at the end. Okay, and then you press Start. It's going to create an amazingly high quality version of that same video. All right, so I just pressed click, and you can see down here it's working. Oh, it says that I'm already encoding. Here, I'll continue. All right, so it's doing it now. It's doing the encoding. It's producing the file. It's usually not this fast, by the way. All right, and then when all is said and done, it says put down that cocktail. Your handbrake cue is done. Press OK, and then you have a video file that is much more manageable, much smaller than it was originally. And that's all there is to it, to using handbrake. But the little things, some of these other controls, and where I think it's best, handbrake works best, I have in that post that's already in your membership, which is virtually free. So I'm excited to show you that. So I'll show you what it's doing now. It wants me to verify my device. This is one of my Gmail accounts here. So in order to show you the inside as if we were actually patrons, I need to go verify that. So I could either do that, or I probably should find the question answers first, which are missing. Oh, here they are. That's so funny. All right, I got your question answer box back. And I'm all ready to answer your questions again. What happened was the question answer box went back into the GoToWebinar control panel. Luann, are you there? Can you hop on for a second? Thank you, Frank. Just purchased the $18 level. Yes, I miss being a weatherman. Thank you, Karen. Luann, if you could speak up just a little bit and talk about what you do to the other vendors on behalf of our customers, and how you became, what would the word be, Luann, that you became in terms of their eyes and our eyes? Our people that come to us think of you as a hero, and what do the vendors think of you as?
Well, it depends on which vendor it is, I think. I really go to bat for our customers, and I actually do take both sides. I try to be an arbiter between the vendor and the customer. So if a customer comes to us and says, I have a problem with this particular product, I go to the vendor and say, this customer has a problem, here it is, what can we do about it? And I stay with that vendor. If I don't get an immediate answer, I keep pressing them to make sure that the outcome is satisfactory for the customer. If we find out that the customer is really the one that's giving everybody a hard time, I'll go back to the customer and say, hey, you gave the vendor a hard time. This is what you need to do. So I will take both sides of this, and it has with some of the vendors, yeah, they've looked at me like, what is she doing? But they've gotten used to me coming and questioning what's going on, and they have stayed on top of their game.
All right. How
And
about the way that you also have been going and making sure that the vendors of the other products improve their product before they're released so that we, when we promote it as an affiliate, won't be embarrassed or ask questions from our people? Can you explain a
yes,
little bit about how you got involved in that?
well, when you and I first started partnering, you asked me to beta test, and so I was the very first beta tester. And all of you will become our beta testers if you are on that level. But I was the first beta tester, and I would go in and check the product out. If I didn't like what I saw, if I thought that it was too difficult for the customer, and I'm not techie, so I always come from the customer point of view. And if I find that something really is not working smoothly, really isn't working the way a customer would expect it to be, I let the vendors know. And I have gotten thanked profusely by many of the vendors saying, thank you so much. You have made a major improvement in our product because of your suggestions, because of the things that you found. So this became very valuable to us all along, and this is what I expect. And yes, I will be the person in charge of the beta testers, and this is what I expect from all our beta testers. I expect you to find the bugs. I don't want you to say, oh, maybe there's something. No, I want you to say there is something wrong with this, and I want to know what it is, why you had a problem with it, and I want all the details so that we can go and get it fixed. And we'll bring it
Great.
back to you and say, how does it work now?
Yeah. Luann's been in charge of the beta testers for years now, and it's really critical that you understand you'd work with her like this and show her that you're interested in really improving these products and making sure that they're, up to snuff. Now, these are still good products when you get them, even as a beta tester, but they do have bugs sometimes, and that's important to uncover. All right, Luann, before you go, Derek has asked, where is the background? The video backgrounds that we promised people just for attending the webinar?
I did post it once, and I will post it again.
All right, you're posting it in the chat itself?
Yes, yeah.
So on this webinar, there's a little chat box, and Luann's going to post in that chat box right now all about how you can get those video backgrounds that I was showing you what they're like before, that we worked so hard on, and then we went into the stock image and videos, and we found that there was some in there too. So I just want to make sure that you're aware that you do absolutely get that today just for joining this webinar. Art says he may upgrade soon. Now, anybody on my staff in my team, can you let me know how folks can go in and upgrade? Because we have a lot of people that want to go in at a basic level of either beta tester or main club level, and they want to know if they can upgrade to the voiceover level. And I know you could do it. I just wasn't sure of the exact routine. So if any of you guys want to jump in about that, let me know. Yeah, Terry is asking about Handbrake. It reduces the amount of data in the video. Yeah, it makes it lighter. Now, if you bring it to the point where it's very, far to the left, that button that I was showing you, then what it's going to do is it's also going to start to affect the quality. You'll be able to tell the difference in quality, but it'll make a very small file so that you could, pass it around very easily without worrying about it hanging up someone's computer, even if they're on a slow DSL connection.
Todd, could you repeat whatever you asked, because I was busy reading comments and I totally missed what you asked
Oh,
for.
the question is, when you're inside Patreon, this may be, a better question for,
Audrey?
yeah, or
Yeah.
one of the others.
Hey, Todd. Shannon. Yeah, in Patreon, when you go to the top right, the image at the top right, where I guess it would be your face if you actually uploaded a picture there for your profile, you can click on that and then do manage memberships, and then all the memberships that you have will pop up, and then you can upgrade from there. You can also
Because they click on my face. Well, I'm not actually logged in right now. So
yeah, and the emoji at the top right, where you normally click in any other membership in order to view and manage your accounts and log out and all that kind of stuff. So it's you just click that, and then it says manage memberships, and then you can upgrade there. And then also there's within the actual dashboard, when you're looking through the content, they could be prompted to upgrade.
Are you able to share your screen, Shannon?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not logged in right now either, so let me get logged in, and then I can share it.
Okay, yeah, and I'll answer some more questions while you're doing that. Then you could share the screen and show people how to do that. Because what happened is I got logged out, and I don't want to take time away from the webinar to go in and verify the email.
Okay.
All right, next question is, and a lot of you, by the way, you're getting answered by our team. You know that. Most of you have already gotten answers, but I'm going to try to answer some. Okay, so Claudia. All right, Claudia's having trouble paying. It won't work. Luann, will you do me a favor and just hop in there, the chat, and show how to reach us? I mean, obviously you could reach us directly through the Patreon site. When I said that you'll be able to reach us, there is a messaging that takes place in the Patreon site, and I'm going to have Shannon show you that in just a moment as well. All right, and that messaging goes right to us, and we see it. It stands out. And then when you get a post from me, it could be a video post, it could be an audio post, it can be just a blog post, it could be, there's so many ways that I can post information to you regularly, which I will do, and it will notify you right away. So let's say I find out, like one of the products that is coming out, I found out about a coupon days in advance. This is actually true. I did find out about a coupon. It's in the newsletter. And what if I all of a sudden find something out? Normally, I can't really reach you because when I send out emails to you, you don't always get them. It's a little hard to explain, but the lists are fractured. The deliverability isn't great. But with the Patreon site, it shoots it right over to you. It'll catch your attention, and you'll be able to see, what the extra information is. If a product all of a sudden goes off the market unexpectedly, it's no longer there, and something happens like that, we could let you know about that. We'll let you know about things that are breaking news in our niche. So we got 3 minutes of 1 minute voiceovers per month. Derek, you get 3 minutes or 3 1 minute or 3 minutes or a 2 minute and a 1 minute. Any way you want to do it. Thank you, Aaron. I'll tell Luann she's an angel.
Hey, Todd, I'm logged in.
You logged in? All right.
Yeah.
I want to pass it over to you, and there's a couple of questions about how the site works on the inside. That'd be great.
All right, 1 second.
All right. I'm going to find you.
I think I got it. Can everyone see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see your screen. This is Shannon, by the way.
Hello, everyone. So once you're logged in, you have your posts, all your current, everything that was posted as far as the content, depending on what membership level you're on. And then here, you can see My Membership. So if you go there, then you'll see the current membership you're on. So right now I'm on VoiceOver Pro. That's what I was doing with the testing and testing the membership. So that's what I'm on. And then you can see your other tiers. There's your 3-month tier. And if you scroll down, then you can technically see the tier that you're not on. And if you want to upgrade, then you can join the additional tier. And then if you want to downgrade to another tier, then you can do that as well. And what I was talking about earlier, manage memberships, you can click here, and that'll take you to your manage memberships area where you have your billing history, your payment methods, all the stuff that you can do, and you can manage it all from your account, so you don't even have to contact us. It's extremely easy to do.
While you're showing that, one of the people, Simon just asked, Simon Rosenberg, who's one of our lead beta testers,
Hey,
said,
Simon.
mention the Toby lists and the camaraderie between the beta testers, which lead to lifelong collaborators. Been working as a beta for Luann and Todd for 3 years now. All right, great. Larry says, excellent, anxious to work with Luann, just signed up for beta tester. Dennis Lee joined, tried to pay 18 for voice, it would not work. That was Claudia. Yeah, we're trying to help you. The free backgrounds link is there. It's, yeah, Lawrence, you got that link.
I'm switching back to your screen now, Todd.
Wait, don't.
Okay.
I had another question for you while you were in there.
Yeah.
Let me see some of that stuff. Payment methods. Let me look at payment methods.
So I used PayPal. So there's my PayPal.
There is a PayPal.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just card, it's PayPal.
And then I haven't paid anything yet since it hasn't been the first of the month. So it's currently
that's right.
History
Get
displayed.
free. 9 days, yeah. Everything is zero cost for 9 days. Forgot about that.
Then here's the membership, which I can go in and edit. Do everything you need to.
Okay, and show me again clicking the little face to change the level.
Yeah, let's here, and then you can go to manage memberships.
Okay, so it's on the upper right, that little face thing. It's like a cat.
Yeah, or I don't know if everyone will be a cat or not, but that's what I am.
You're a cat.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that, Shannon. Why you chose cat. All right. Now, can you go back to the main page? Because you're a member of all the levels, right? So let me.
Not all of them, but up to $18. Yeah.
It says the newsletter.
The newsletter, how to improve your voice.
Oh, yeah, but that plays. Scroll it back down. Scroll it back down. Show how that audio file plays.
Yeah, this is neat because it's all built in. So
that's actually playing right now. You can't hear it on the speaker, but I'm speaking that 27:23. It's 27 minutes and 23 seconds worth of audio.
Yeah. And it's built right in, so it's simple enough. When an email comes through or when you post the content, Todd, it goes straight to your email, and then you click on the email and you go straight to the post and get your content. I mean, literally 2 clicks of a button and you have the content that you paid for.
Okay, the other thing I wanted you to show was how to send a message, because people are going to be using that, and I want to make sure they understand that. I meant to put it in as a post. I'll put it in later.
That's going to be a good question.
Yeah, it's through Patreon.
Yeah,
it's very easy to do it. I found it because I joined other Patreons, and I've been sending messages to people. So it's not
join the conversation. So within, I guess, how to improve your voice.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even if you want to send a message that's unrelated.
Hi guys, the messaging feature is directly to the left of your little cat icon.
Oh, thank you.
Messages. That's easy enough.
Yeah, this is how I sent a message to someone, another marketer. He said, I don't answer messages, is what he said to me. He said, I don't answer messages through Patreon. I said, why not? You know, I thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he said he didn't answer him. Okay. But we do.
Easy enough, so.
Now, I'll be honest, eventually we may go to a support desk if it gets to be too much of a load. But if it does, we'll be very, clear about how to reach us.
Very cool.
You know, that thing on the upper right that you just showed, that little message tab, that's like the heart of this whole thing. It's how to reach us, how to connect with us, and back and forth, back and forth. Be part of us. We part of you. You know, so many people that are on this webinar right now that have been, you know, talking, like so many of you I've been dealing with for years and years on that sort of colleague level, you know, and that's what we want. Now, eventually there'll be some products that come out, and I'll, you know, hope that you might purchase through my affiliate link, or when we come out with products, if you're not beta testing that product, maybe you'll purchase that, of course, and consider that. But that's the kind of loyalty we're trying to build. That's what's in it for us. But obviously there's a lot in it for you guys. All right, thank you very much for holding on, everybody. We will only go for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll call it quits, maybe 5-10 minutes. But there's still a lot of questions coming in, believe it or not. And it's nice because, you know, this is a very simple concept. It's a very simple membership. And it's something that you wouldn't think there'd be that many questions of it. And I'm really glad that you're so involved and so excited about it. Inside scoop. Yeah, Claudia, that's the whole point, is to be able to get the inside scoop from us. We know, it's funny because when I was doing those products that I showed you on the newsletter a moment ago, and I was listing them off, and I know it was a little hard to see some of them, but I've got to tell you, there's 17 in there that I picked through the third week in October. There were even more than that, but they didn't have the extra information about it yet. But what was funny was I was not expecting to know every single one of the 17 people. Even the one that I said we may not be able to provide the extra level of support. Now that I think about it, I mean, Luann could correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a Luke product. We would be able to give you an extra level of support on that one too. We just don't deal with Luke quite as much as some of those other ones, but we deal with him a lot. He's a friend. So yeah, I know a lot of people. Our team, you know, because we've been so successful as product producers and affiliates on both sides. I'm the #1 affiliate since 2014. I'm the average #1 affiliate with 300,000 individual sales on JVZoo, just short of 300,000. That's not dollars, that's individual sales. And because of that, these other vendors know us, and we have those kind of tentacles out there. And we're able to help you with that. You know, that's when I started the whole webinar tonight. I said, it's who you know. We know them, you know me, you know us. And that's the whole point. So yeah, Claudia, thank you for noting that.
Todd, there's one that I'd like to read. Dean Moore, he's left already, but he said, this is the most awesome experience and opportunity to have, and I am grateful to get in on it. And I would just like to say that I've been doing support for a long time now, and it is very gratifying when I get support emails back from all of you and I get to know you, and I get a feel for what you're doing in your business. And when you report back that you've had success or you're doing something new and different, and you're grateful for the new product that we recommended or the service that you got or whatever it is, and it's very gratifying to hear that back. And so we really truly appreciate our loyal customers too.
Yeah, absolutely we do. There's no question about that. Julius asked a good question. When you upgrade, do you pay the difference? No, what happens is you upgrade, and then the next first of the month rolls around, and now you're going to pay the higher amount. So you don't pay the difference. It's always the first of the month, then the level goes up from there. My question answer box froze. Luann, before we close, my question answer box froze at 9:32. Can you see any other questions that you could pass along to me that I might be able to answer for folks?
There's a lot of thank yous, and we appreciate that. Let's see. I think you answered that before. Do the 3-minute voiceover roll over?
Right. So the 3-minute voiceovers don't officially roll over. It's 3 minutes. You have to use it that month, or we will be lenient as we move into the next month. We're not going to be too strict on that, but we're not going more than that. We're not going more than 2 months in a row. So you could come to us, let's say in early November. Let's say you're a member in October. You get your 3 minutes. You didn't use them. Come to us in early November. You'd get a 6-minute voiceover. 6 minutes, because we'll say, yeah, that's good enough. So we're not going to, and we're very serious about that. We're not going to, be too strict on that, but we just don't want it to roll over month after month after month. We want you to use them as soon as you can.
I'm seeing some comments about one of the products that we highly recommended, and we will take that under advisement, and we'll make a report inside Todds Club if we find that we're in agreement with.
So in other words, there's a
markets.
complaint, and they would like us to take a look at the complaint?
Right.
Yeah, sure. We won't say the product out loud, only because we don't want to taint it before we look into it. That's why Luann
Exactly. Yep.
That wouldn't be right. I'm having too much fun playing with this newsletter, Luann. You did a great job putting
Thank you.
The format of that.
In case anyone wants to know, the flip book that I designed was very easy to do. After Todd put all the information together on a Google Doc, I did a one-click into Designer, and no, we don't have an affiliate link for that, but maybe we should. I did the flip book with Designer, and if you've heard about it, it's been around for a number of years, and it's just a great, really slick product to make your
Make
PDF
newsletter score. Newsletters are great to get, of course, to give out so you could get, opt-ins. It's great clickbait. So, Luann, why don't you make a note that we'll do that as some training for the future newsletter. Okay. We'll tell people that exact tip. That's great. All right, folks. Thank you very much. Sorry for any technical problems we've had. Not too bad, but a little bit here and there. And you guys have been absolutely wonderful. Last chance to come on board right now. ToddsClub.com. Just ToddsClub.com. Choose your membership level. Costs nothing at all today. In 9 days on October 1st, you'll be charged the 3, you'll be charged the 10 or the 18, depending on which tier you choose. And you might be charged $197 if you choose that mastermind where we put together a product together. But most of you will be picking the 3, 10, or 18. Most of you actually have told me you've picked the 10 and 18, not the 3. The 3 is a virtually free membership where we just want to make sure that you and us are connected. It's as simple as that. So thanks again, and thanks to my personal team for hanging out, this long on the webinar and answering everyone's questions. Luann, where should people write to me? Can they write to me? Shannon, Audrey, Luann, can they write to me in Patreon if they're not members, or only members can write to me in there now?
I think only members can write to you in there. If you aren't a member yet, or you have a question, or you had a problem with payment, please send an email to yoursgreenscreenguy.com, and I will put that in the chat as well. And also, a couple of you have missed the links for the freebies. Please look in the chat, scroll back in the chat, and you will see the links are in there.
Yeah, so even though I'm leaving the webinar now at this point, what we'll do is we'll continue to answer some of your questions that are coming up in the question answer box. You just won't hear me. And in addition to that, we're going to leave it up because we want to make sure that you know where this chat is and how to get those links from the chat. And of course, the place to pick up the membership, this is so exciting. You believe this? It's ToddsClub.com. I'm really excited that you're joining and are excited like we are. and we'll see you in there. Thank you so, so much. Don't forget, keep typing any questions in the chat right now. We're still on. I'm just turning off my audio. You guys couldn't get rid of me that easy. I forgot to answer something before that. I asked myself a question, and I asked Dinesh, who works with us, of course. Some of the free products that are coming up that you're getting in future months, that includes the auto video player, image editor software, and a business finder app. Now, what is a business finder app? That's to find local business leads, just like some of those high-cost products that you go on a webinar and they sell to you for $297. That is software we have been working on to give you as part of Todds Club on the basic level. So some of you suggested, some of my team suggested we limit that to higher levels. And I said, no, that's okay. The higher levels get it anyway. The higher levels are about voiceovers. The higher levels are about beta testing. But that software you're going to get. Live support chat, real-time chat for your website is another one that Dinesh is working on. Thank you, Dinesh. So that's this month, of course, you know you have this is good software. This is really good software. You saw how well it works in terms of the stock media finder. That was great. And then we have the auto video player that he's put together. I think that's the floating video. Then we have the business finder app to find business leads, the image editing software, and live support for your website, a live support chat. And that's all coming up in the next 4 to 5 months, month by month by month, as a free monthly gift for you. So I just wanted to throw that in because I forgot to check Dinesh's answer to that. And he's still typing, so who knows if I'll show up again in another 5 seconds. You know what this reminds me of, guys? This reminds me of when you watch a movie and then at the end they roll the credits and then people come back and they do things. That's kind of what this webinar is like.
Thank you, Warren. I appreciate that. I'm proud to be associated with Todd, and that seems like the best part of this deal. I agree.
Well, it's arguable, maybe Luann, but it's the team, really. It's the whole team.
It's the team. Yep.
Luann, the graphic you see now on the screen is the toddsclub.com graphic?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, so much for attending. We really appreciate it. We're going to close the webinar now.